According to investigators, the Marshall Fire started in two places.
And no one will face criminal charges. Good evening, I'm Karen Lee.
And I'm Michael Spencer. This is a significant day for the more than 1,000 homeowners who lost their homes in that fire. The release of an 18-month investigation revealing the exact points where the Marshall Fire started. One, an Xcel Energy power line. The other, week-old embers on a religious group's private property.
Now, we know 2 people died that day. The Marshall Fire destroyed more than $2 billion in property, more than 1,000 homes in Superior, Louisville, and other parts of Boulder County. Your Boulder County reporter, Sean Boyd, is herself a victim of that fire. And Sean, now victims like yourself know what happened.
Karen, it is another step in a long healing process, one that I think is different for everyone. For me, it was easier learning that the cause of the fire was 2 sources that we knew about early on. I think what is more difficult for many is learning that there won't be any criminal charges. The district attorney says he has to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that the damage was caused knowingly and recklessly. And he says there simply isn't sufficient evidence of that.
I know personally the last 18 months have been hard.
As one of those who lost his home in the Marshall Fire, Sheriff Curtis Johnson says he knows the importance of having answers, which is why he says investigators spent thousands of hours going over hundreds of tips, interviews, and pieces of evidence.
I can confidently say that we know what happened and why.
The Marshall Fire, he says, was the result of 2 fires that merged. The first set on December 24th.
The weather conditions on December 24th were cool and damp.
Residents of a commune, he says, had set fire to fencing material, discarded pallets, and other junk. He says firefighters met with the residents who planned to let the fire burn out and bury it with dirt, per Boulder County rules at the time, rules that have since changed.
We learned that fire that is buried by dirt, that has smoldering embers, can go for hours, days, weeks, and in some conditions even months.
District Attorney Michael Doherty says the residents did what hundreds of property owners do every year in Boulder County, not knowing that on December 30th, high winds would unearth the embers and start an inferno that would merge with a second fire investigators believe was caused by an Xcel power line that broke loose, came in contact with other lines, and sparked. Investigators aren't sure why that line broke free and others didn't, but Doherty says there's no evidence of criminal liability.
There was no evidence of worn materials, shoddy construction, or substandard conditions.
And while there won't be criminal charges, District Attorney Doherty noted that the burden of proof for civil liability is much lower than that for criminal liability, which is proof beyond a reasonable doubt. And there is already a lawsuit moving forward against Xcel. Karen and Michael.
Sean, you know, earlier on, we heard a lot about those underground coal mine fires as a possible cause. What did investigators determine about that?
You know, Karen, they actually have not ruled them out, but experts did look into them and say that the underground fire activity, that they didn't find any evidence that it produced surface temperatures that would have caused a fire. They say it is far more likely that power line is what caused that second fire.
Sean, did the sheriff say why that one power line broke free while others didn't?
Yeah, that's a good question, Michael. And the sheriff, honestly, he didn't know. He said that's a question for Xcel in the end. You know, one thing they did look into, though, is whether embers from that first fire may have caused the second fire instead of that power line. And the sheriff said the embers would have had to have traveled 2,000 feet against the wind to have caused the second fire. So again, highly unlikely. It is more likely that the power line itself is what caused that second fire.
Well, Sean, we appreciate all your reporting on this throughout the past year. Thank you.
Now, XL did send us a statement that reads in part, "We strongly disagree with any suggestion that XL Energy's power lines caused the second ignition, which, according to the report, started 80 to 110 feet away from XL Energy's power lines in an area with underground coal fire activity." You can read XL's entire response on our website, cbscolorado.com. You can also watch the entire news conference from today and read all of our coverage on the Marshall Fire, including resources for homeowners. And coming up